Well, hello there, welcome back to the channel. It is about close to 10:30, and when I woke up this morning, looked outside, it was about 62 degrees. It's still really nice. It's probably in, I haven't looked, it's probably in the low 70s about now. Sun is coming up over the trees, so it's going to start getting warmer. It's supposed to be about 89 degrees today, and then in the low 90s tomorrow. So let's see how much work we can get done. So here's what I finished up after I quit filming the last video. Was I got done from about 20 foot past the big rock down to right about here. That's where I stopped, and then I got up the transition there. I call it the Y. I got some spread out, and as you can see, some grass is sprouting up. So what I'm going to do is take the weed killer and I'm going to spray that. I may put a little bit more on there also, or back drag it a little bit more, but I want to make sure we got enough to go down that way. So what I'm going to do as far as spreading the gravel is we're going to be starting right here, working down towards the bridge. So hopefully we can get a lot done this weekend. I do have some weed eating I got to do, which I'm not worried about filming. We've done enough of that. So let's see how much we can get done. Let's go get the tractor. All right, as you can see, I've already put a pretty good dent in this gravel pile. So now maybe if you didn't understand before, that's why I said I'm going to try to make this pile last to where I can get at least a little bit on the whole driveway. I don't know if it's going to work or not. That's one reason I'm back dragging so much. If I had about another 10 ton, I wouldn't even worry about it. So let's see what we can do. Okay, you can see that this is only, by the time I back dragged it, it's probably equivalent of 1 inch of gravel, something like that, all the way across. And as you've seen, that was 3 buckets. I've been finding that I have to at least put 3 buckets, 1 in the middle, 1 on each side. It kind of drags to the middle or rides to the middle. I'll still drag this a little bit after I get complete. But if you got to remember, this bucket is just 48 inches, 4 foot. So it's not like a, you know, standard backhoe. Standard backhoe, come up here with 1 bucket, probably drop maybe 1.5 buckets, I don't know, something like that, and then back drag that. I got to make a few extra trips because of that. Something else I wanted to go over, just in case you're somebody that's watching that's never used a tractor before, or a backhoe, loader bucket. Whenever I'm using the handle here, it controls my loader bucket. You know, you got one side is tilt up, one side's tilt down, and of course you got up and down. But whenever you're doing the gravel, when you get to your final your final grade on it, you go, and I do it every time whenever I'm done with the load, with the section, just like I finished that one section. And when you take your bucket down, and then you go all the way forward, if you see that, there's all the way forward, and then when you snap it forward all the way, that puts it in what's called float mode. And what that'll do is the bucket will rest on your gravel, and it's got a lot of weight to it. I don't know exactly how much, I'm sure it says on there, but it's at least it's over 100 pounds by a lot. But anyway, it'll ride on top and it'll smooth out what you put on there. Now it won't dig down, but it will to a point if something's really loose, but it mainly just kind of compacts it and smooths it out for you. So it's a neat little feature. I mean, as far as I know, all the loader buckets have it. I know my John Deere does. So whenever I spread this one out, see, it didn't quite get this far when I did this side over here, it wasn't as full. Sometimes where I'm not real experienced, sometimes I don't get a full bucket in there, and I got to make another trip. So what I'll do is I'll start right here on the next one, get it even, and then carry on down. I still got a little bit here to back drag, but like I said, I'm going to get as much down as I can, then I'll go back with the finished coat whenever I get a chance. That right there is why you don't want to get all the way to the ground. Plus, it looks like that. So I'll put a little bit more on top of that, and then hopefully it'll just dry out, disappear. I've gone about another 20-something feet. You can see my gravel pile is getting really low. hoping I got enough to reach down here to the bridge. I'm gonna be pushing it. And then from there, I don't know. Just have to carry on. I'll probably do some more box blading. And get another game plan together, I guess, to get more gravel. down a little bit past the gravel pile now, and I went ahead, because I still had a little bit of grass showing, I went ahead and box blade all of this from here, right where the shade starts, down to the bridge. If you can see where I've stopped it, I doubt it. It's almost at the other end of the shade. Right there. There. And it actually has turned up pretty good. I went real slow so I didn't bounce, because this is actually pretty hard on the surface. That's one of my theories on why the water is pooling up, because number one, the driveway, I already know the driveway is, I need to take this bank down over here so the water can run off. I know that, but that's going to be a project for another day. So right now I turned that gravel up pretty good, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep box blading it some more, back dragging it, see what that looks like, because that's kind of going to be my plan from the bridge out to the road, because that's a huge grass area that has a bunch of gravel in it that really never gets used. It used to keep the weeds out, but it's not doing that now. The reason I'm thinking all along those lines is because my gravel pile is so low. If I was getting more gravel, I wouldn't be worried about going all the way down to the ground and getting dirt mixed in with it, but I'm not able to get any more gravel right now, so that's why I'm taking every bit I can. So I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm just sitting here on the tractor. I don't feel like walking all the way down the driveway, but I'm hoping you can get an idea of how much I've done on that already. Just in I've probably been working on it about 45 minutes or so, something like that. Not completely done. I'm just done for the day, and I'm gonna hit it tomorrow. I should be able to get that done. I have not put any new gravel on there yet. That's just all what I have box bladed and then back dragged with the loader bucket so far. All that brown that you see is either dirt or it's the grass I've been cutting up. So let me take you over here and I'll show you. There's still more down on the ground. Not a whole lot, but there's still some there. The box blade will get it. You just keep going down further and further each pass. You can't be fast with the box blade. You have with the box blade. You have to take your time, do it slow, or it's not going to work properly. Or I mean, that's for me. Everything I'm saying is just for me. It's not like it's the gospel of box blading or anything. Gospel of box blading according to Joe. Let me take you over here and show you how much grass I've taken up so far. That right there is the pile of grass that I've got so far. Put my glasses at. Make sure I'm pointing this thing right. Looks like I am. Where am I at? Yeah. That's a pretty big pile of grass. That's just what was in the center. And like I said, it's not all of it. I still got to go from a neighbor's drive up the hill, and I still got to make probably another pass or two where I'm at. I just noticed my battery's about gone, so let's stop it for today, and I'll see you back here in the morning. Well, good morning. Good morning and welcome back. Well, it's almost afternoon. So I've been out here inspecting, and it's gonna be pretty cut and dry, pretty easy. Just probably still gonna take a little time, but I've got some loose. This camera turn around here. I've got some loose grass that I need to pick up before I get started. That stuff right there, and on down there, the grass is still in the ground. Still got some spots, so I'm gonna run over it a few more times with the box blade. Then I'll start smoothing it out, and hopefully between what I can redo already and with what I've got left in the pile of gravel, I can make this stretch it out. I do think right here, this center part, I don't think there's anything else left to get up out of the ground. I think I'm gonna have to just add to it. Not much here, so I'll probably have to add a little bit right here in this center down to just right here, or right down to the bridge. But still, I'm going to get this completely done first before I continue with that. So it's almost noon. I was going to come down here earlier, but I figured my neighbors, I'm down by the road at 9 o'clock on 8:30, 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning. I thought I'd give them some peace. Yesterday I didn't get down that way till after lunch, way after lunch. So, but I want to really try to get this done, so I can move on to something else for the next video. So let's get started. Might be able to see the one. There was 3 deer that just passed right in front of me. I didn't even see them until I was right up on them. That one's still walking down the driveway there, heading towards the house. So possibly our dogs may be going off here in a minute. Aggie is old, she can't see real far. Arthur is getting cataracts, I think, but if Romeo sees him, we'll hear him. Anyway, I'm not saying they never come out, but it's unusual to see them right in the middle of the day like this. They just came from what they usually do is they cross over either right down there or they come through right there. Then they'll walk up and right around that pine tree where they were just at. That's our meadow, we call it. And there's another trail, the UTV trail that goes up that way. And that's where they head on back up. But kind of unusual to see them in the middle of the day like that. I love it though. All right, I have gone just about as far as I think I can go. I may hit it a couple more times in this area. I'm trying to thicken it up around the bridge here, but I don't want to create a mound either. So actually right down there about another 20 foot there is a dip that I really never noticed before. May not have been there before I cut the dirt away, I don't know. So it's kind of messing the box blade up. You gotta try to time it just right. But what I may do is just put a little gravel right there. I've got it looking about as good as I can. If you can compare it to what you see down there, which is the big 2 foot wide strip of grass. This one here was at least 2 foot, maybe 2.5 foot. If we would let it go, it would have completely taken over the driveway. So I mean, grass will grow back in here, but at least for a while it's going to be easy to maintain. And then whenever I can get some more gravel on it, I will. But it's actually pretty good since I box bladed it. But still got to get all this dead grass off. I've been slowly picking it up. Every once in a while the box blade will pick up a big clump of it. But there's a couple of sections, like right here is kind of thin. So, but I've got it to where I'm still going to get up by the end of the driveway done first. Get it done first. That'll really tell me what I got left, how I can divide it up different spaces. So instead of just having to go solid right from here all the way to the end, I can now just put it here and there for a while. This area does need some, because if I don't get some right here when it rains, that'll just be, or I'm thinking, that'll just be muddy. So I need to get a little bit on here. About the biggest area. There's one spot down there towards the neighbor's driveway that needs some for sure. I definitely need to do everything on out, but it actually looks pretty good. There's a couple divots in there, that ruts I need to look at. So, but for now, I'm not sure if I'll get to do any more on it today, because we got some other stuff going on. Plus, I'm about out of fuel. See here. Well, when I'm sitting on, I'm just above 1/8 of tank, which is plenty for now. But I don't know if I'll get back on it today or not. I really need to do some weed eating. So anyway, let's just go ahead and call this done. And then if I see you again, I'll say hey again. But let's go ahead and wrap this video up. And it's not going to be a short one like I thought it was going to be, but are they ever? So I hope you're enjoying this stuff. If you're a repeat watcher, I mean, this driveway is so long, it takes a while to get it done. Let's see, I'm trying to remember. I should have measured it again with my measuring wheel, but it's close to the part that I just did from up at our parking area on down. I believe it was between 750 and 800 feet. I believe that's what it was. So it's a pretty fur piece, as we say. But and then we work on it as we can. Next weekend, there's a 3-day weekend, Labor Day. So what better thing to do on Labor Day is to get out here and work. And I got jury duty the next day after that. It's supposed to have been this coming Monday, tomorrow, but they canceled it. So at least I'll get a full day's pay. I did get my first big $24 paycheck from the court system. I appreciate that. I can get me a little bit of gasoline now. Oh man, I wonder where they what do you call that, when they first made that, set that standard at $12.50 a day. What year was that? You know what, I think us jury duty people need a raise. I know I can't, And I mean, I'm not complaining about the money I make on my day job. I'm complaining about, missing a day's pay is quite a bit of chunk. But anyway, we're doing our civic duty. I almost missed 3 days last time. I almost got picked for a murder trial jury. I'm glad that didn't work out. That'd have been another 2 days at $12.50 a day. But anyway, let's wrap this up. As I said, I think 2 or 3 times in a minute ago. And thank you for listening. Hope you come back again. We'll have more adventures one of these days. And have a great week, or a great weekend, whenever it is. Great night, great day. We'll see you again next time. God bless. Right down there. I hope you can see him. I don't have a zoom that I know of on my camera. And that one, which is probably the mama, she just saw me. But they didn't run when I was on my tractor. Look, she's coming right towards me. Uh-oh. She's holding them legs up. Go on, mama. I can't tell if she's gonna run or attack me because of her baby. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and back off. She doesn't look like she's liking me very much. I'm invading her land. All right.